Game off. Welcome to Treeful Academy of Majoring in Sorcery. The summer session, Runes Adventure. Each day, until the close of your adventure, a new video will be uploaded to this playlist in the evening. Feel free to re-watch these videos as much as you would like. The purpose of these videos is to provide important whodunit clues about the villain and to help guide your interrogations the following day. You will see reports from the Magical Eye Detective Agency reviewing the clues that have been found thus far, as well as the staff's reactions to the recordings. Pay particularly close attention to those. Now, let's have our adventure begin. Game on. A group of Academy faculty walk slowly along the interior edge of the forest, moving quietly, but not in full stealth as they slowly near their destination. Lying ahead are the ruins of a castle by a lake that slowly come into view as the trees part. By the sheer amount of rubble and the remains of the various turrets, one can easily tell it used to be a grand and majestic structure.
Are we there yet?
Got old 2 hours ago.
I have a question.
As long as it's not another question about when we will arrive.
What is the favorite destination of cats everywhere?
No, don't encourage them.
It's not about when we arrived, which was the terms.
Fine. What's the favorite destination of cats everywhere?
Meowie.
To be fair, that was one of Wisp's better ones.
What expansive and dense woods all around us. So easy for someone to get permanently lost and never found.
It could always be worse.
Exactly. Now are we there yet?
As it turns out, we are indeed here. Look.
Wow. Look at it.
It's, horizontal. Is it supposed to be that way?
Better than Inside Out.
It was one thing to see it happen, but to see it now.
Looks like the forest is encroaching, trying to reclaim it.
I still can't believe we let this happen.
We did not do this. While we may have failed to prevent it, it's not like we released Wisp with a container of TNT and said, have fun.
There would be a lot less standing if I had a hand in it. I may be many things, but I am certainly thorough.
It was the Westguards who did this. We tried to get the wards back up, but we weren't able to in time.
We should have been faster.
Or more stealthy.
We went as fast as we could. Even magic has laws that must be obeyed.
I know.
So the Hearthstone's in there somewhere?
Well, this'll be a piece of cake.
Or pie. The cake is a lie after all.
Not a lie, just poisoned.
There's just so many treasures down there, just buried.
It was a big castle even before it was a ruin. It'll be worse now.
And who knows what lies beneath will be like from the collapse.
Do we have any intel on where the Hearthstone was kept?
Allegedly the headmaster's office, at least according to that letter we got from our friend.
Yeah, our friend who didn't identify themselves. I don't know about you, but my friends signed their names.
Maybe one of our allies didn't want to reveal their identities to us.
But we're their ally.
Bosom buddies, right?
Sure about bosom buddies, but still on point.
Why wouldn't an ally reveal themselves?
I'm not sure that this is from one of the Academy's allies. Each of them has their own means of discreetly leaking information to the Academy, if they really want to.
Then who on earth could it be?
There are lots of people who want to see the Academy succeed.
And many more who would love to see us fail.
What if it's not from a friend at all? The letter just showed up. No owl or messenger.
Strange. And it was on our owlery, too. That means someone had to have Academy-approved credentials to get inside.
Or we have a security breach.
It can't be. It's not even Sunday yet.
For the record, I didn't do it.
Admit nothing.
You never admit to anything to begin with.
Occupational habit, and I believe in providing job security for others.
Well, we are supposed to be like unpredictable.
Oh dear.
I think being predictable might be a change in pattern.
I wasn't talking about the students.
Well, if we want to have a normal school year, we need to find the Hearthstone before the term starts.
Agreed. We need to get back and continue to prep and clean the castle before arrival.
Ugh. Could you imagine having to do a Granger inspection here?
Pity the year group that gets assigned to grounds cleanup.
Wait, grounds cleanup was one of the inspection points?
Not helpful.
Not if I can help it.
Really not helpful.
So the headmaster's office?
Considering that was towards the top of the tower, and the tower is now lying scattered all over the castle grounds, that puts our search area everywhere.
Well, this should be easy.
You're the one always saying you want options.
Where are some students when you need them?
A search party would be useful.
We could use a detect magic spell to narrow it down.
Sure. It was only an ancient magical school that housed centuries of magical artifacts. Should be a cinch.
I wonder if any of the traps and alarms are still around after all this time.
This is not a loot the body sort of situation.
Everything is a loot the body sort of situation. It's how you gain experience.
I worry about you sometimes.
We don't have much of a choice. We need to find the Hearthstone to restore our own castle. Like Izzy said, detect magic, find the areas of intense magical concentration, prioritize from most intense to least intense concentration, and establish search grids based on where the most intense concentrations are and go from there.
There has to be another way to go about this.
We're going to eat first, right?
Self-care is very important.
Good. I'm rubbing off on you.
Besides, y'all know I get grouchy on an empty stomach.
I just get creative.
Let's go set up over there by that rock. It looks reasonably flat.
Always the practical one.
So, what's for lunch?
I brought a sandwich. Would you like one? I have a spare.
Don't mind if I steal it. It's not as much fun if it's just given to me, you know?
I brought soup.
Do you have a spoon?
No need. I have ham with me. It's straw.
Oh, did the ham fairy bear you a visit?
It's all the rage back at Atlantis Academy. We use ham straws for everything in our drinks and liquid foodstuffs.
Let's not introduce that to the students and just say we did.
It would be almost too easy to do it, though.
We are talking about the same students who are debating about what constitutes a crunchy slime. They were listing off things like a stale Pop-Tart or Gusher that was forgotten and found at Pants' pocket. This is a modern solution to a modern problem.
And then they decided it was people, or the universe, or the apocalypse.
Pretty sure this is why Wolfen has a no cannibal rule, but that dates back to 1996. Maybe we need to speak to Ash about making that an academy-wide rule. What the is that?
Language.
Is everyone okay? Are you okay, Canary? Are you injured?
I cannot believe I missed that sneak attack.
Where did the beep come from?
That was different.
This is Trefoil Academy. Strange is our normal.
POS. Paragon of Society always.
What are the Westguards doing here?
More importantly, how did they know we were going to be here?
We all cast an anti-tracking charm.
Not a regular patrol.
They were obviously waiting for us and the right moment to strike.
What's wrong, Stringbean?
My player's pie. They must die.
Stringbean, I'm serious.
I am too. I do not jest about player's pie.
No one knew we were going to be here.
Except us 8.
Even the person who sent the letter didn't give us the time and place, just the location.
Are you suggesting that one of us would betray the academy like that?
Obviously, someone did just that.
None of us would do that.
If one of us is the traitor, it would be far too risky for any of us to return to the rest of the school community. We could potentially endanger the rest.
So, who wants to let Ash know that she'll be down 8 staff members during the hardest week of the year?
Not it.
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 Drats.
Does Ash even know how to use that?
Well, East finally convinced her to stop cursing it, so I assume so. Only one way to find out.
How long do you think it'll?
That was fast.
What did Ash say?
Ratio. You are all not escaping that easily, especially during Fire Week. I'm sending the students to you.
What? No.
Wait,
Even I don't think that's funny.
That is one way to test if the collapsed ruins are stabled.
Not with our students, though.
That's it. She's officially off her rocker.
what was that saying about the Academy's only hope being less than sane Blue Jay ship?
It's a saying, not a policy.
You need reinforcements.
Does she know that we don't have supplies?
Not even a 7-Eleven or maybe a Target around here?
There's not even much by way of resources here to obtain supplies.
Are there any villages left that we could possibly raid?
I imagine most would have moved away once the castle was destroyed.
Is there something we could perhaps jury rig?
The Academy's motto is adapt, improvise, overcome, mischief managed.
Best get a move on setting up a base. Happy forging.
We are not even remotely set up to handle an influx of students.
The extra pair of eyes, hands, and magical talents would be useful in looking.
The search party would be useful.
As much as I don't want to believe that one of our own would ever do this.
I still can't believe it.
Me neither.
What are we going to do?
Especially when we're out here.
Looks like Ash is concerned about a traitor being within our midst. While she is confident that the students are sure to protect the integrity of any data collected, there is a risk of a compromised party analyzing the data and potentially tainting the results. Therefore, she feels it is best if a neutral third party prevents the risk of the traitor biasing the data.
That's actually not a bad idea.
I hate to admit it, but it's probably necessary.
I guess. I see your point, though.
Me too.
Me 3.
But it is a third party, though.
Unbiased third party.
Besides, what's the worst that could happen?
I cannot believe you just said that, Wisp.
We are to send her all the evidence that we have right now, and she will forward the reports from detectives from the Magical Eye Detective Agency.
I suppose we best get started.